how's it going on, guys? So in this video we'll discuss about this problem, word search 2. Given a 2D board and a list of words from the dictionary, find all words in the board. Each word must be constructed from letters of sequentially adjacent cell, where adjacent cells are those horizontally or vertically neighboring. The same letter cell may not be used more than once in a word. So let us consider one example first. So for this example we have the words oath, pea, eat and rain. So if you see carefully, this word oath exists over here. This is O-A-T-H. The word P doesn't exist. The word eat exists. If you see E-A-T, and the word rain doesn't exist. So we output eat and oath. So if you see carefully, the letters are only connected via horizontal or vertical connections. So diagonal connection is not allowed in this question. So now let us try to understand how we can solve this question. So one of the easy methods to solve this problem is, what you can do is you can just iterate over the words array given to you, and for each word, suppose for oath, you can check whether this word exists in this board array or not. So this is similar to the word search problem. This is the word search 2 problem. This is similar to word search problem. So in this problem, what you can do is you can simply iterate over this board array and you will try to find the first letter, that is O. Once you hit the first letter, so the first letter is over here. Once you hit the first letter, you can recursively try to find out the oath over here. So what you will do is you will make four calls: top, left, bottom and right, and you will try to find the second word, that is second letter, that is A. Once you are able to hit A, you will try to find a third letter, that is T. And once over here, you will again call the four directions, that is left, top, right, bottom, and you will try to find the fourth letter, that is H. Once the H is found, we can say that oath exists, and we will simply add oath to the output list. So this is the first method. Now if you try to run this method, this might get submitted or might not get submitted. So I tried submitting this thing a couple of times. I was getting a TLA in one time, and one time my solution was submitted. So now let us try to understand a better solution than this thing. So let me just clear the screen first. Now in the second method, what we are going to do is we are going to create a trie data structure. We are going to simply put these words in the trie data structure. Now in case you guys have problems or doubts about trie data structure, I have a separate video on that. So I'll just link out in the description section, so you can just watch that video. So you will be able to understand the complete trie data structure and how we insert and search in a trie data structure. So I would highly recommend you to watch that video and then come back to this video in case you have doubts about trie data structure. So what we are going to do is we are going to simply iterate over this words array given to us, and we will create a trie data structure. So actually I have created it earlier only. So let me just show it to you. So this will be something like this. In the trie data structure, we have a root node, and if I'm adding oath to it, so basically it will have a node which is having a value O, which is connected to a node with value A, which is connected to a node with value T, and finally with a node with value H. And somehow we have to mark this node as well. Why we are marking this node? In order to say that the word O or OA doesn't exist, the word oath exists. Similarly, when we are trying to add P, we can add P like PEA and we will mark P. Similarly for eat and rain, correct? And for oath, we are not going to create another node with value A, with value O. We simply add it over here only. So we have O, A, T, and you will simply mark the node T. Now if you see carefully over here, if I draw class for this trie node, what this class is going to have? The first thing it's going to have is the current character C, correct? Because each node is having a character. Now if you see, these nodes are connected to other nodes, and each node can be connected to only 26 other nodes. Why 26 other nodes? Because there are only 26 letters from A to Z. So after O, only 26 letters can come. So it will have an array of node, and this array is going to be of size 26. The last thing is a Boolean value. Why a Boolean value? The reason is we have to mark we have to mark a node. So this node is not marked, this node is not marked, but this node is marked, saying that a word exists over here, namely oath. So we can either create a Boolean value, or we can, instead of the Boolean value, what we can do is we can simply put a string into the node. So string will be null for this, and for this it is going to be oath, correct? So basically this is the basic structure of try node, and we have to tweak around this node structure on the basis of our problem. So in this problem, it's better to consider this string inside the try node instead of this boolean value, correct? So if you see, I have drawn this try node over here for this h. It will be something like it will be having a character h. Over here, since it's marked, we will be having this string oath, and it is linked. It has 26. It is an array of 26 nodes. So the first is representing A, the second is B, third is C, next is Y, then Z. Saying that if another word exists, suppose we have another letter over here, suppose C. So we will add it over here, correct? Something like this. Okay. So once we have this try-iter structure, now let us see how we can solve this problem. Okay, so consider the try-iter structure with you. So what you can do is, you can now simply iterate over this board array given to you, correct? So let me just iterate over it. First I will be over here. I will check where there exists a node with value O linked to root. So if you see carefully, in the try-iter structure we have actually a node with value O, correct? So once you have found the value, once you have found a node, what we are going to do is we are going to call a recursion on the four sides, that is to the right, to the top, to the left, and to the bottom, correct? And what we are going to do is, if you see in the try node, if you see over here, it is linked to another node A. So what we are going to do is we are going to find a character A. So we are going to find a character A. So there is nothing on the top of O, and there is nothing on the left of O. On the bottom we have E, on the right we have A. So we will move over here. That is, from here we will move to this, correct? So once we are over here, now we have to call the recursion for this. That is, we have to call it for the four directions for A. That is over here, over here, over here, and over here. And now what we will find, if you see, A is linked to T. So we are trying to find the next letter T. So we are trying to find the letter T. There is nothing on the top. Over here we won't go. Why we won't go? Because it will be an infinite recursion. Because if O calls for A and A calls for O, so this will be like happening again and again. So this will be an infinite loop. So what we can do is we can simply create a visited array. So if you see, this is 4 cross 4. So we will be having an array of size 4 cross 4. So let me just draw that array. So this will be all false. So since I have visited this thing, so I will mark this as true. So when A tries to call this thing, I'll check in this array, in this visited set. So this is set to true, so we won't visit this thing, correct? Then we will visit the right, there is no T, then we will visit the bottom. So if you see, there is a T, so we will move over here, correct? And we will mark this cell as true, that is, we have visited this thing. Next, again, we will call the recursion on the four sides, and we are trying to find the next character. So if you see over here, we are trying to find H. One more thing, once you over here, you will check in the try whether a word exists over here or not. So if you see, this is marked. So it means that oath exists in the try. So what you will do is you will create a resulting set and you will add this word. So we will have a resulting set and you will add oath to it, correct? Next, we are trying to find the next letter. So if you see from here, the next letter is H. So we will try to find H. So we will find H over here and we will move over here. Correct. So we'll move over here and we will simply mark this thing. So once over here, we will again check whether there exists a word. So over here again the word exists. So we'll add this word oath to our resulting set and so on. So this is how we are going to solve this problem. So let me just move to the code now and things will be more clear. So over here I've written some code previously only. So this is the code for try. So it is having the try node and it is having the method insert. So if you have any doubts about this thing, so you can just go to the video in the description section. You will be able to understand each and everything about try. So let me just write this implementation of this find words method. So first we will have a list of string that we are going to return. So let us name it as res, and we will have a boolean array which I discussed about. This is visited. So inside the method, so let me just put some spaces over here. Okay, so over here what I'm going to do is, first let me initialize this result. This is new array list, and let me initialize this visited array as well. So this is going to be of size, this thing, the same size as this character array given to us. So this will be board.length and this will be board 0 dot length. So once you have this, what you're going to do is you're going to create a try data structure. So we have try equals new try, correct? So we have already written the class for try, so we are creating an object of this class, correct? Next we will simply iterate for the words given to us. So we will have string words. We will simply say try dot insert word. So once you have this thing, what you're going to do is you're going to iterate over this board array given to us, correct? So we'll say for int I equals 0, I less than board dot length I plus plus, for int j equals 0, j less than board 0 dot length j plus plus. What you're going to do is you're going to create a method. So before creating the method, we will check whether try dot root dot arr, so it's a board of I j minus a. If this is not equals to null, then we'll call a method that is dfs. Now what is this? So basically if you see try dot root, we'll move to the root node and we are checking its array. And for the array, why we are subtracting a over here? See, the thing is that the character a is going to be stored at the position 0. So we have the array of size 26. The character a is going to be stored at position 0. If this value is c, board of ij is c, then this will be c minus a, which is 2. So c will be stored at position 2, correct? So similarly, z will be stored at position 25. So that's why we are subtracting a over here. So we'll call the dfs, and in the dfs we will provide the board, the current I, the current j, and the current node, which is try dot root. And once this is done, we will simply return the resulting list, correct? So this will be having this board array, then we have I, then we have j, and we simply last we will have this try dot node. So first let me write the base condition. So in case I is less than 0 or I is greater than equals board dot length, or j is less than 0 or j is greater than equals board 0 dot length, or with rate of ij is true, or the current node dot arr if board of ij minus a, if this is null, then we will simply return. So you might be getting confused with this condition. What are we doing over here is, so basically we are checking for this character board of ij, the current node is node. So we are checking with the current node, do we have a node connected having this character? So that's what we are checking. So in case we do not have, we will simply return, correct? So next what we will do over here is, first we will mark the current node as true, visit it as true. Next node will point to the next node, which is equals to node dot arr. We will have board of ij minus a. Now over here you will check whether the current word exists or not. That is, if node dot word, if this is not equals to null, then in that case what we will do is you will simply add result dot add node dot word, and then you have to say node dot word equals to null. Why we are doing null over here? So basically we do not want deduplicate, correct? So that's why we are doing it. So now we'll simply call the dfs 4 times, that is left, top, right, and bottom. So we'll have board, let me call it for top, so this will be I minus 1, this will be j, and this will be node. So let me just copy paste this thing 4 times. So this will be I j minus 1, that is left, this is I j plus 1, that is right, and this is I plus 1j, that is down. And once this is done, we will simply mark the current node again as visited as false. So I guess that's it. Let me run this code once. So it's giving the correct result. Let me submit the solution, and it got accepted. So I guess that's it from this video. In case you have learned anything from the video, you can hit that like button, and in order to support my work, you may consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you all.